Another big game up for Manchester United. Manchester United versus Brighton. And the reason this is so big for Manchester United is because a win will close the gap on some of the teams above us, because Chelsea and Arsenal are playing each other. So if Manchester United can get the victory in this game and make it 7 wins out of 7 under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, then we will progress up closer to the top 4. It is inevitable because the other two can't both win. So we will just look back and enjoy it and hope that that game is in fact probably the best result, probably a draw or probably an Arsenal win, because I feel Chelsea are probably the better of the two sides. But we've closed the gap on all three, well, on every team above us in recent weeks, but mainly the 3 above us, Tottenham, Chelsea and Arsenal, which realistically it's still possible Manchester United could somehow finish 3rd. I don't see how we will finish 3rd, because we'd have to go on a massive win run, but they've lost players to Song to the Asia Cup and Harry Kane to injury, so they're got a bit of disarray. Chelsea have got all sorts of problems, and so up front, and Arsenal seem to have problems at the back and all sorts as well. So Manchester United are the only ones. We do have defensive problems, but they haven't been as okay. David Hare was fantastic against Tottenham, but in the other games we haven't conceded too many chances. We're not giving away 2 goals every single game to starting off the first half, which is positive for Manchester United, and we're playing a lot better. We were decent certainly in that first half against Tottenham and really capitalised on Tottenham with that ball through to Rashford. So hopefully Manchester United can continue their good run of form in this game, and I'm excited for this game. There's probably not going to be too many changes in this game. We seem to know roughly what Solskjaer's team's going to be from week to week at this moment in time in the league. I don't think there's going to be wholesale changes. He seems to have a fairly Mourinho didn't seem to know what he wanted to do at all at Manchester United. It was just a complete disaster. It didn't seem to be. We seemed to know how we were going to play, what formation, what tactics. There just didn't seem to be any substance to what Manchester United were doing. But we can actually see more what Solskjaer's looking to do, playing a more attacking style of play, and we seem to pretty much know more of the personnel. Although he did change it up against Tottenham Hotspur, so tactically he's got it spot on at the moment. And most of the teams we have played are lesser teams that you would expect Manchester United to beat. No disrespect to Brighton, but Manchester United should be looking to be on the front foot against Brighton. And you can hope, I could probably pick a good chunk of this team. David Dare will obviously stay in goal. There's no Ashley Young or Valencia in the squad for this game, so it will have to be Delot at right back and Luke Shaw at left back. It'd be nice to see Delot get a run of games against these sort of opposition now. I think we've got Burnley up next in the Premier League, so if he could get a run of Premier League games under his belt, we might see the best of Delot, because to be honest, what are we getting out of Ashley Young now? Past his best, maybe a decent guy, but past his best, not the future of Manchester United. We need to try and look to the future at least, because this is a guy that we bought in for big money in the summer and has huge promise. The full-back options at this moment in time are a disaster. They're probably, I don't know what the best solution is for Manchester United, but Darmin's not also in the squad. Valencia and Ashley Young also not in the squad, so it is only these two in the squad. Now, the other full-back that we've got is Ethan Laird, who hasn't played for Manchester United yet, but hopefully if things keep improving, maybe Manchester United could get in the top 4. If we had any games to spare at the end of the season and we got in the top 4, maybe Ethan Laird would be a good option for Manchester United to try out either left back or right back in the latter stages of the season, because Manchester United have got to have some more depth in their positions next season. We can't be relying on players like Ashley Young and Valencia coming in as backup options for Manchester United. It's just not really good enough. And if you have to play any length of time with them full-backs, it's just curtains for Manchester United. Again, it will be the same pairing, I believe, Jones and Lindelof at centre-half. We've also got Eric Bailly back as well. So if one of the full-backs got injured, we would have to put probably Lindelof or Jones would go to probably right back or left back. And I don't know, we'd have to wait and see. But the midfield 3 pretty much does pick itself as well. It'll be Pogba, Herrera, Matic. That midfield 3 seems to be working well at the moment in time. We've got so many options in there. It's a shame that for Fellaini that he's got injured. You never want to see a player injured, but it would have been nice if Manchester United could have sold him in this transfer window. McTominay is still at the club as well. Probably won't now go out on loan, but it would have been nice to see Fellaini go, get sold, McTominay go out on loan to get some more experience because he's not playing enough games, and then we utilise the likes of Garner and Gomez on the bench in games where McTominay would have been on the bench. We've still got Andreas Pereira as well, so we've got so much depth there that Garner and Gomez just aren't going to get much football between now and the end of the season, I don't think, which is a bit of a shame because Fellaini will probably come back from injury and get the odd few games towards the end of the season, which is just stupid because he needs to fuck off in the summer. It's a shame that we couldn't get shot of him this transfer window, but he did get injured. The forward line will probably be the same again. Sanchez is going to be back in the squad, but I would expect him and Lukaku to be on the bench. So I'd expect it to be Rashford through the middle. May interchange with Jesse Lingard again. I'm not too sure, but Lingard and Marshall will probably be the other two in the forward areas. We've still got Mata as well. Chong's not even in the squad for this one as well. And we've seen Gomez play out wide as well for Manchester United. I don't think Gomez's best position is out wide. I'd prefer to see him in more of a midfield, maybe in one of the midfield three options that Manchester United occupy if Gomez is to come back in at any point. But we're not seeing any youngsters come into the game, into this particular game. I don't know if we will against Arsenal on the Friday night one, but that's a more difficult game. So I would have expected if any youngsters were to be given a chance anytime soon, it would have been probably this game would have been the ideal game. I mean, I'm not saying Manchester United are, but this is a game that Manchester United could win comfortably. I mean, it's definitely not a certainty. We might struggle, we might lose it, we might draw it, but this is a game that you could see Manchester United be winning 2 or 3-0 at some point in the game. And then if you had the option of a Gomez, a Chong, or someone like that on the substitutes bench, you could bring them on and give them minutes, which is what we did in our previous game only a month or so ago when Gomez come onto the pitch when Manchester United were winning comfortably and got 10-15 minutes towards the end of that game. But we'll have to wait and see. I do think some more will get a chance soon, but it is exciting that at least Sanchez is back on the substitutes bench probably for tomorrow, so that is good news because Manchester United need all the strength and depth we can have at this moment in time. It is a big squad and it is a shame that the youngsters can't all get game time, but we've got a lot of games, big games coming thick and fast over the next couple of months. We've got the likes double header against PSG, we've got 2 games against Arsenal, we've got Man City and Liverpool on the horizon as well. So it's just going to be a manic time for Manchester United, and the squad will be stretched to the max then, and we probably will start picking up some injuries at some point, and some youngsters may have to get put onto the substitutes bench for them games. But I'm hopeful that Manchester United can get the job done against Brighton. I don't think it's going to be as easy as people think. I'm going to go for Manchester United winning this game 2-1. I think we probably will just get the job done. And this could be a massive game. That Tottenham game was massive as well, but winning this game could be also vitally as important as that game, because that was to keep the gap the same versus Chelsea, and also we actually closed it on Arsenal, but obviously Chelsea are the team occupying that 4th position at the moment. We kept that the same gap last weekend when we had a much harder game, and this week we've got to try and look to improve on that and hopefully close the gap on Chelsea if we can, which would be fantastic for Manchester United. We wouldn't be too far adrift of them. We've still got to play Chelsea at Old Trafford. We've still got to obviously go to Arsenal in a few weeks in the league as well. So they're games that Manchester United could compete for now. I mean, we competed against them both times, but both of them teams in the league 2-2. So Manchester United are playing a lot better now as well. So we've got to be excited about this and got to feel that potentially there is a chance that Manchester United could still make that Champions League spot for next season. I mean, that isn't a real positive outlook on the season. I mean, it's been a dreadful season because of what we've done in the first half. But if we were to get in that top 4 and have maybe a cup run, an FA Cup run or something, it wouldn't be such a bad end to the season. It's not good enough for Manchester United. I do know that. We shouldn't be finishing in the top 4. We should be challenging for the title. That should be the aim of every season. But unfortunately, the campaign has gone so bad that we've had to shift our mentality and thoughts onto challenging for that top 4, which is a shame for Manchester United. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. I think Manchester United will get this job done I mean, it's not going to be easy. The likes of Glenn Murray will probably give Manchester United a lot of problems. He did give Lindelof problems when we played them one time before, so Manchester United have got to be careful of him. He scored quite a lot of goals this season, which is going to be a difficult problem for Manchester United, and we did lose to them. I think it was 3-1 earlier in the season, but we have beat them at Old Trafford in the last, I think, 2 times we played them at Old Trafford. Last season, I think we played them twice, and once in the FA Cup, I think it was, and once in the league. We beat them both times. So that is positive. Manchester United, we're a decent side at home. Let's go for it. Let's try and get on the front foot. Let's play some attacking football, and let's hopefully win the game. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon.